frontier. This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toll,
target man, suspicious character,
and
With the top end of Stevenson,
Welcome to Football Daft, the daftest Scottish football podcast around. I'm Stephen Purden and let's welcome the team. First, let's welcome a man who this week, despite encouragement from listeners, is not drinking any pints. It is Crystal. I loved you last week. John, did we love him?
I got a drunken, after I dropped Chris off after the show last night and he's phoning me up going, I've just spoken, who do we want on the show? I've just spoken to an agent, we can get Alex Ferguson, Kenny Dalglish,
Wait a second.
Neil Lennon, whoever do we want?
This is a lot of shit. Right, don't make me phone the guy now. What I said was I was contacted by someone who is hosting a golf tournament and Alex Ferguson, Martin Compston and Kevin Bridges were going to be there.
Yes.
Should I try and get them on the show? Is that not what I said, John?
There's a wee bit like
I like to believe John's version. I like to believe John's
Let's
version.
believe John's fucker, who cares? So next week Alex Ferguson's coming on the show.
Unfortunately, once again, we're down to 3 this week as Grado is MIA as he's giving away a Kia Picante and hosting a bar mitzvah somewhere. But
Does that mean that we get his wage?
do we need to start talking about this?
We do need to start talking about that.
We do need to start talking about that. Anyway,
It's a good show today, boys.
I hope obviously the bar mitzvah goes well, Grado. If you know what I mean, mate. Hope
and
everything's cool with that.
the lucky winner getting a Kia Picante. Good luck to them. But no, he's dealing with stuff. He's got stuff going on. He can't make it today. And it's just us again.
And do us a favour, please don't moan about it, right? Because it's legit this week.
Legit. Aye. And we are coming to you live from G4 HQ once again. We've got our G4 Claims chocolates, got our G4 Claims leaflets, and the only thing we are missing is Grado, but he will be back. He has got family commitments, shall we call it? Mm-hmm. Aye.
Yes, certainly. That's it. And also, we mentioned last week that we might be bringing folk into the studio to listen to the show getting recorded live. That's in the works, and you will get to try one of these G4 Claims chocolates that we are raving about.
Get yourself signed up to Patreon and you could be in here recording this. You could be taking Grado's place.
Spot.
You could be taking Toll's place. You could be taking...
Hey.
No, we need John.
No,
we need Toll.
let's fucking hold on.
The two biggest culprits to not be here probably is me and Grado.
Yeah.
Aye, Toll and... Yeah, John with a fludge.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, remember to check out Football Daft meets David McCracken on the channels. We talk about what happened at Falkirk. Getting a scrap with Ian McCall and getting his cheek smashed by Wanyama. It was a good interview.
It's made a few of the Falkirk socials, on a few of the fan pages.
Good or bad?
Good. People are saying, you got to listen, especially the first question when Chris waited in just said, so what the fuck happened at Falkirk, David?
I thought I'd start that.
Yeah, exactly.
2 pints in, I'm like, what is happening, man? What the fuck happened up
Do you
there?
remember what you said last week? But it's like Cracks is becoming our Andy Hardy.
I love cracks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Crack?
Someone could say that cracks is addictive.
Wow. Right. Anyway, also check out Rangers and Celtic Daft as we look in detail ahead to the Old Firm, which is on the channel every Tuesday. So,
Glasgow Derby.
look ahead to the Old Firm, which is on the channel every Tuesday. Did you hear something?
Glasgow Derby.
Wait. So, what has been happening? It's been quite a quiet week in Scottish football again, Not much happening. Know what I mean? Not much happening. Have we got much to talk about? Have we? Because we are recording this on a Thursday and Rangers are an hour and 4 minutes away from kicking off in Armenia, so let's make this quick today, guys.
Right, let's do it.
But what has been happening? It's been another fucking... I've said it for the season started, right? The only news that's coming out of Rangers now is negative news. It's negative news. This week, again, we've been hit with a fucking bout of COVID. Hope the players, if any of them have got actual COVID, they're recovering and they're okay. But it's just another piece of negativity coming from my club, and I've never looked forward to an international break so much in my life. Honestly.
Not even the Euros?
No, I'm just, mate, I just want a break. I want a break for domestic football. Honest.
I can't get enough of it now.
I know you can't, I know. But it's one of the ones. We head into today's European ties, as we're recording on Thursday. As I said, Rangers have confirmed a COVID-19 outbreak at the club, with James Tavernier, Ryan Kent, Calvin Bassey, Scott Wright, Alan McGregor and John McLaughlin, as well as the manager, all set to miss out on both the Alderskirk game and the Old.
But that's maybe changed, hasn't it?
wait a
It's been
minute.
breaking
It's
news
maybe
today.
going-
Jumped the gun there.
How?
Because they're not necessarily out of the...
No, I know.
kinda
It's
changed
changing.
in the last
Aye.
3
I still can't get my head around what's going to happen. I think if the certain players are double jabbed, they'll be on the pitch on Sunday.
Aye.
I'm thinking McGregor.
Well,
39,
but
he's gonna be double jabbed,
that's only if they
They've
bring
no-
back a
aye,
negative
aye,
test.
exactly. Aye. I mean, the way I see it,
Who
right?
fucking knows? It's that, they move the goalposts that often now.
Aye, the way I see it, right? See if you're McGregor's, Bassey's, Scott Wright's, Tavernier, Kent. See if they're out, mate. The pressure's on yous, I think. Because yous, when is the last time you beat us? 2019, and yous are flying the now. Yous are fucking 6-0, 6-0.
We're fucking flying.
Fucking flying, mate.
Fucking
Yous are
flying.
scoring goals left, right, and centre. There's a feel good fucking thing going on at Parkhead now. Yous are back. Big Ange is the fucking flavour of the month. Yous need to beat us in. Yous need to come to Ibrox and win. Am I right? If that squad's depleted and yous are playing the way yous are playing, banging them in, yous need to come and win.
Who knows?
No, it's a fucking. What do you think? If you say McGregor's not on goals, McLaughlin's not there, right? Either's a backup. McCrory's in, right? Scott Wright's not playing. Calvin Bassey's not there. Ryan Kent's not playing. Our captain Tava's not there. Gerrard's not on the touchline. Yous come and we beat yous. What do you think?
None. Honestly, I don't, because like I said, it's going to take time with us. Luckily, we seem to have taken up the
Right.
ethos.
His favourite.
The ethos.
The ethos.
Right, we seem to have taken it on board pretty quickly. The football we're playing is exciting, fast flowing. I just don't. We seem to be able to break down teams that are sitting in as well, which was a big problem before. In 2 games, we've had 70 shots, 70 attempts at goal.
Right.
2 league games, right? We've had something like 24 on target, and we've scored 12. Right.
It's quite a poor return for 70 shots, isn't it?
Well, when you when you put it in A terms, aye. But
He's
there's
fucking going that training pitch,
mate, there's going to come a point where all of these shots go in 1 week.
I was talking to a man who's my neighbour, right? I don't know his name. I don't even know. I just know he stays around about my area because he's out walking every day. He's a lovely man. If you're listening, how you doing, my man? I was talking to him yesterday. He's team toe. He's a big Celtic man, right?
Yes.
Big Celtic man. Big fan of the show. He's always out walking, does some amount of walking. Headphones in. He passed me the other day when I was putting stuff in the boot of my car. And he's like, I was just listening to the podcast and that, blah, blah. We're talking away. And he's very content. He's very happy the way Celtic are going. What you're saying, he touched on that as well. But he did say there's going to come a point you're going to accept a fucking spanking off somebody because you are really suspect at the back, right?
We'll get at the back though.
That's what I was going, right.
You haven't conceded many goals. Thing is,
John, you've just shat on my point
sorry.
here.
Oh, sorry, Stephen. Sorry.
That's what's worrying me, because I keep hearing how bad you are at the back, right? We're looking fucking terrible at the back, and we conceded 2 in Dingwall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
enough.
So, I don't know,
Chris, here's a question for you because we spoke about it on Rangers Daft, which you can get on the channel right now. But do you think Rangers will sit in and try and hit Celtic on the counter?
Well, that's the point I was trying to touch on there. We have been able to break teams down that are sitting in against us. Whereas when teams come out and have a go at us, like we can be caught, if you know what I mean. It's not been happening in the league because the teams have been sitting in against us. Against Alkmaar, we had a wee touch of luck. The fact that
fucking be touch of luck with that second goal, for fuck's sake.
Fuck me. In, but you know what? The more you practice, the luckier you get.
Aye, but if it's 70 shots in fucking target, man, you need well, 70 shots at goal. The Rangers starting 11's just been in, just come in. No. McCrory in goals, Patterson right back, Goldson, Hollander, Barisic left back, Kamara, Davis, Arfield, and up front, Joe Aribo, Yanis Hadji, and Alfredo Morelos. If that team
Good
does
to see
not...
it's depleted there.
Well, mate, it's just you've got a big squad, mate. We've got a big squad. So, we've got two players for every
But I guess
position.
that's been the big plus point this season is that you've got players in every position that can
I'm
cover.
telling you right now, if that team don't beat this fucking pub team
that
tonight,
pub team.
I am
You
going to
need to take-
smash
you-
this
you have
studio
to
up.
You have to take all of the variables into account, man. It's fucking nearly 40 degrees over there.
I know.
Right,
Aye.
This team are going to be used to playing in that. Rangers are not. I've seen Celtic going to places like Kazakhstan
Aye,
before.
I've seen
and
Rangers go to fucking Kaunas and getting pumped, right? But if they don't win tonight, I'm going to go off my nut, right?
But listen to me, right? Now, me and Ryan made this point on Celtic Daft.
I don't give a fuck what point was
Listen,
made in
listen to what I'm
Celtic.
saying, right? It can be used for Celtic or Rangers, right?
Uh-huh.
See, going out in the Europa League now, you might lose a wee bit of lustre, but see with the monetary value in the Conference League, it's not that much different. And you're going to get more wins in the Conference League.
I'll put them out. I fucking can say this back to you.
No, but I'm being serious, and I've said this on Celtic Daft as well.
Mate, Rangers need to go through tonight. We need to get a bit of momentum. We need to kickstart our season. If we get put out tonight, all right, the money isn't that big a difference. It's the team spirit, the morale, everything. We need to kickstart our season. We need to. I really want to just get these 2 games out the way, get the 2 games won, and fucking restart again in the international break, and that's it. Okay, and moving on and touching on some more fucking absolute hideous scenes that I seen at the weekend. Rangers, they did the right thing by indefinitely banning fans who racially abused Celtic's Kyogo Furuhashi, says Parkhead manager Ange Postecoglou. Right, social media footage emerged on Sunday of supporters chanting a racist song about the Japan forward. Following Rangers' investigation, the club fan and fans belong to will no longer receive match tickets. Now, it's 2021, right? And see some of the things I seen these guys doing on the bus. They don't represent the club I support, right? They're fucking absolute dregs of society. It was this young boy who's come out to Scotland to play for Celtic. His career started brilliant. He's came out for fucking Japan, whatever, went about, came to Scotland. He has to see that. That's horrible. It's vile, man. It is. It's like, I honestly looked at it and I was just like, I'm actually looking at my son and my daughter, my 9-year-old, 6-year-old, going, what kind of world do you bring them up in? Where you see guys fucking acting like that. It was disgraceful, and Rangers should be commended for the way they fucking handled it. It was swift and it was brutal punishment, and that's what they absolute fuckwits deserve. It was disgusting.
Totally agree with you. It's on the back of the whole Glenn Kamara thing last season. You know, it's
hypocrisy, mate.
Rangers had to put a marker down here, and I think that they've done well.
Aye, but see these same arseholes on that bus, they'd have been bumping their gums so much about what happened to Glenn Kamara, then they go and act like that. There's no, and I don't want to even waste any more time on the podcast talking about the fans, so we'll move on. St Johnstone goalkeeper Xander Clark hopes the Scotland call-up is the first of many and not the last, as he bids to prove to Steve Clark he can be relied upon on international level. He's been included in the squad, which also includes Liam Kelly and Lewis Ferguson. Scott McTominay is out through injury though Kenny McLean has returned after missing the Euros. See Xander Clark, see when McGregor hangs up his gloves, I would sign him.
Would you?
I would have signed him this season.
I think he could have done a fucking job for us last season. I think he's an absolute very, very good keeper, and he can only get better.
He always has a great game against it. I mean,
he's a Rangers man as well.
It was either last season or the season before we beat St Johnstone 7-0 at McDermott Park, right? And he was still the man of the match, and we won 7-0. You know what I mean?
I remember that. I think he's a very good goalie.
Do you think anyone's missed out? Do you think Ralston deserved a wee shot? There's been a lot of talk this week after we started it.
I'm glad that he's no, and I think Stevie will echo my sentiments here. See, you don't want players going away on international duty.
I don't. I want my players sitting in the house.
You're happy enough to have them having a wee break during international week, but you don't want your players going away on international duty. We've seen it happen so often. Even going back a few years, look what happened to John Kennedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was a friendly against Romania.
Especially when your team's playing well, like Celtic are playing well right now, you're scoring goals, playing good football. the last thing you want in international break, I remember it last season with Rangers, you're sitting going, oh fuck, he's away, man. Hope he doesn't pick up an injury. You're sitting there, you're checking Sky
And
Sports
what
News.
you also got to go with just now is COVID.
Exactly,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Exactly. And now for a wee transfer rumour, Tol, using the Archie Knox spunker shite bag
here we
system.
go.
Right, I remember a couple of weeks ago us two said the same thing. Right, the rumour here is English clubs could move for Celtic's in-form midfielder David Turnbull, says his former Motherwell manager Stephen Robinson. Right, us two sat here and I think I said it and you said you were texting your mates the same thing.
I shouldn't be allowed to comment on football anymore.
No, but he wasn't, was he? He wasn't fitting into the system. He looked a kind of fish out of water.
But that's the beauty of Big Ange.
Here we go.
That's the beauty of Big Ange. You can take a mould, a big lump of clay and turn it into fucking Michelangelo. Do you know what I mean?
Is it like the video to that Lionel Richie song? Where hello, there's Big Ange.
You're looking
Here comes Big Ange to mould the clay.
David Turnbull was on the verge of breaking down.
David Turnbull sitting there moulding the clay. It's Big Ange.
Big Ange in the shadows, man.
Hello.
He was up before the other day.
I know, mate.
Big Ange.
I know.
What do you think? Is that spunker shite badge? You think there could be English clubs circling Turnbull?
They might be circling him, but they can fuck off.
There we go. So, more football chat on the open line later. We will be playing for pies in the player profile playoff. And on the big question, after the Rami at Nice v Marseille, which was a sight to behold, we ask, what's the best fight you've seen in football? I'm laughing because I've just got the image of me to that wee fucking guy running on. One of the backroom staff and then a wee jog back. It reminded me like Father Dougal for Father Ted. Remember the video camera because there's a wee fly kick.
That's right. That's right. Oh, brilliant, man.
John takes over on the three riddles this week in Grado's absence. And this week we hear from former Hibs Cup winning captain Rob Jones on teammates.
It's the Football Daft open line, the open line where anything goes. You might want to talk about the old firm, you might want to talk about the Scotland squad, or you might just want to tell us what your karaoke song is. Chris, we all know yours is simply the best, is that right?
Amongst others, John.
Amongst others. What?
That's your favourite, though, isn't it?
Big wheels keep on turning.
Oh, yes.
Primary, keep on burning.
Stephen, Purton, do you have a karaoke
Do
song?
I have a karaoke song? I would probably be just a wee Oasis number or something.
Wonderwall.
See, I can see you giving it. Summer's Eve.
On a train bound for nowhere, I got up with a gambler. We was much too tired to sleep.
Was it like the Gambler? It's every party you ever go to in Glasgow, the Gambler.
I like a bit of Sinatra, I know that. That's life, man.
Oh, right, okay. Right,
That's what other people say.
Next Football Daft night out, then we'll see Stephen perform Frank Sinatra. Let's go to our first caller on the open line this week. Let's first of all go to Andrew.
How you doing, lads? You alright?
There we
All
go.
right, Andrew. How are you? Welcome to the Football Daft open line. What point would you like to make to the panel?
I've got a couple of points. One
Here
for
we
you,
go.
John, but the Falkirk team, obviously. I'm a big Falkirk fan.
Here we go.
This is
It's
something
exciting
new.
time. It's an exciting time. I get to talk about Falkirk. Andrew, we've got 20 minutes. Let's go.
Brilliant. Right, obviously, we have had a great start to the season, in my opinion, under the new manager, Paul Sheeran. But do you think we need any other signings, or are we missing somebody? What do you reckon?
I think I've been really impressed. I've watched a wee bit of them, saw them against Airdrie. I'm looking forward to the Queen's Park game this weekend. But I think for the first time in a couple of seasons, we're actually playing with a style. We're playing out for the back. Shut up. We're playing out for the back. We're playing better football than Rangers, I'll tell you at the moment. It's like watching Brazil. It's like watching Brazil at the moment.
Where are you in the league?
Top.
Aye, how many points?
Kind of joint top. Not lost the game yet.
alright.
Unlike Rangers.
Oh.
Just want to say that.
Okay, okay.
So, no, I think we're playing with a style. I think we're looking all right in terms of the squad.
Did you not look alright last season, then off the apart and you couldn't even watch your games?
Right, okay. okay.
I'm not even watching it tonight, boys. I'm not watching it.
See, to be fair, the goal that they scored at Airdrie was a fucking topper.
It was.
Did I see that? Was that in the group chat?
I'll put it in the
Aye, I
group
see it was a
group
picture.
chat. But I think we're looking all right. Andrew, what do you reckon?
I think we'll look alright. I think we're short of a striker, in my opinion. I just
You want Lee Griffiths?
No.
We're not even taking him, for God's sake.
You don't want Lee Griffiths near the Burns.
Oh,
That's
I was
okay.
going to say that, but I thought I'd be quiet that one, you know.
And Anton Dowds obviously went away to Arbroath, which is a bit of a disappointment. I was really disappointed. He's not. I thought he would go on this season and maybe score some goals, but obviously Paul doesn't see anything in him if he's going to Arbroath, which is a bit weird because they're in the league above us.
I've not seen much in him, but I think we just need a nice lone striker from either the old firm, I reckon. One of the young lads they've got there.
Aye. We've got the boy.
We've got a young boy up front in the B team now that's banging them in. He plays on off the left, but he's scoring some amount of goals.
Could take him.
Owen Moffat.
Aye.
And he seems like a right good talent, to be honest with you.
Do you think, going into that, Chris, do you think the B team would loan players out to teams like Falkirk and teams like that in the
because
Championship?
the whole point of this isn't to get them up through the leagues.
To get them the experience they needed in this country playing football. So aye.
So it's almost like, do you think teams like Falkirk, teams in the Championship, will go and look at these B team games and have a look at these boys in a competitive environment?
Without a doubt. I think
100%.
it's silly if they didn't.
That's good. It's good news for Scottish.
I'm not saying it'll happen.
No, I know.
Because we don't speak on behalf of our clubs, but there's a chance it could.
Aye. Well, fingers crossed against Queen's Park this weekend, Andrew, and thank you very much for coming on the open line.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the invite. I'll speak to you later.
Cheers, mate. It was very refreshing.
Great to talk about Falkirk there, but here we go again, back to the old firm. And we're joined on the open line by Martin, who is a Celtic supporter.
Stevie! Stevie! You must be shaking yourself! I've been waiting weeks to say that.
I was going to say that. How long have you been waiting to say that to me, mate?
A month.
Mate, I'm going to be honest. I'm a tad apprehensive. Yes. What's your point?
You should be.
That's it. Thanks very much. See you later.
That's the point, mate.
Do you know what? I know.
The last time I was on here was about a month ago.
I know, and I was sitting my feet up laughing at you and Toll.
We were limping into that like Kaiser Soze. We were limping into that one like Kaiser Soze, and we were walking out like Conor McGregor, swaggering all over.
Yeah, mate.
We were limping to a swagger.
To be fair, I think Conor McGregor's limping now and all, my man.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something here?
Can I just say something?
Can I just say something here? Right. We're recording this on Thursday,
I know,
right?
this could be bad,
guys.
man.
You have still to come and beat a team you haven't beat since 2019.
Oh,
right?
there it is, fight drop.
Right. We're both on the same points in the league.
Yep.
We're both in the same point in the Europa League, right? You are coming to a place where we haven't hosted a domestic game in fucking God knows how long. Right, just come back to me when you can.
Wish we were playing the game at Tannadice.
No, no, I mean, look, I'm going to admit I'm a wee bit apprehensive, right? I'm not as confident as I. What?
Don't you worry about it. I'll be on next week whether we win or lose.
I thought you said I'll tell you
I thought you said I'll tell you why, but do you know what, mate? I'm not 100% confident, but we can't, if we get our shit together, right? Right, put it this way, right? See if we.
This is my speech for last
Come on, you have the floor. Let's just cut the mics here. Stephen has the floor. Right, let's go.
Wait a minute. Wait 2 seconds. Let me hear it.
Let's go, Steve.
Yeah, Martin, get your phone out and record the screen, son. This is going to be a.
Come on, Stephen.
No, what I'm going to say is, right? If it keeps going the way it's going the way they know with the COVID cases and us, boys, all the pressure's on you. It's
a fair point, but
do you know what I mean?
Like I say, I'm not going into any game now expecting anything. So
are you going to say this, like, even if you score like 20 points clear, like, you just got to keep saying this all season?
No, once we've scored 6 goals for 8 games on the bounce, I'll be like, right, I'm expecting at least 5 this week.
Right, what about you, my man? Are you confident?
Well, I'm more confident I was a month ago anyway.
Aye.
That's saying something. The transformation in the team, just looking forward to the game. Looking forward to seeing how we set up. Just the way we're playing football just now is just absolutely beautiful.
It's fucking exciting, isn't it, man?
It's good to feel that again after last season's fucking Let's not even mention
I
that.
don't know if you're the same as me, Martin, right? But see last season, see when there was a game, it got to the point where I wasn't even bothered. See now, seeing the day of a game, I wake up and I'm like, yeah, it's fucking
Absolutely buzzing.
exactly.
Absolutely buzzing.
I would like to sit here and say I'm happy for these boys, but I'm not going to it. So,
Martin, what's the score going to be?
I'm going to go for a 3-1.
3-1.
Do you think they'll score that many, aren't they?
I don't know. You're about to get a penalty anyway, aren't they? So
things you love to see, penalty to Rangers, man. Fucking love it.
When Tavernier's not on the pitch.
Aye, cool. He won't be. Aye.
No. Well,
what's the deal with that?
Well, he might be. If he's been double jabbed, I don't know. We might have our players back for Sunday, so I don't know.
I don't understand this, right? This is what I don't understand, is that Falkirk, like, had their game didn't get postponed. We had to right up until the day we weren't allowed to train or do anything. Yet Rangers are allowed to.
I don't think that the game will be postponed anyway. Rangers have got a big enough squad.
Aye, we've got
It won't be postponed. They won't.
But I think John's mean these players won't come back even though they're double jabbed.
It's maybe changed. Obviously,
did they not change on like the 13th of August or something?
If you get a negative test back, then you don't need to isolate.
But if they've not all got COVID.
I don't. That's the thing. They've not actually said how many.
Not said who's got COVID.
I think whoever's got symptoms or whoever's actually got COVID won't play on Sunday. But I think if, say for example, fucking McGregor's double jabbed and he doesn't need to isolate, I think he could be back in for Sunday.
Aye.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I heard on another radio show last night that one of the people close to them has said that a lot of them only double jabbed.
Aye.
Well, see the thing is as well, what I'm hearing is last week they took a flight to the Ross County game.
Oh, did they?
So that could scupper them because then everybody's a close.
That's true. Yeah.
A close contact.
Do you know what, boys, man? Whoever goes out, the pressure's on you then. Know what I mean, does they? Know what I mean? Pressure's on you.
Pressure on us. Who's at home? All the pressure's on you.
Right, you're at home, there's no Celtic fans there.
I know, mate, honestly.
Pressure's on you. No, the pressure's on you. No, the pressure's on you.
The worst argument ever. All I'm saying is, if we need
It's on you, right?
Right, mate, take care. See you later, mate. Right, all the best. Yeah.
Martin, thank you very much for coming on the open line. And let's move on to our final core of the open line. And you'll be glad to know, Stephen, it is a Rangers supporter and it should be Jamie. Jamie, welcome to the open line. What do you want to say, pal?
It was just to talk about the kind of transfers and the transfer rumours and that with Rangers. So basically, obviously, there's been hums and haws about Kamara and Morelos and all that and Kent. And we've managed to hold on to them. We thought we'd lose them at the tail end of last season. And we've managed to hold on to them even now. Is it financially are we able to keep hold of these players without having to get some money in? Are we financially stable enough to keep them for another? See, obviously they're going to want to leave at some point, but can we hold on to them, or is it a case of January we're going to lose 3 or 4 of them?
I think at least one of them's going to go at some point. I think you're kind of stick or twisting now because you're at a point where you go, right, I think the master plan was, right, win the league, get in the Champions League, and then we'd have been in a stronger position, obviously, financially. But I think now the carrot getting dangled is if you win this league, you're straight into the Champions League, and that can bring all the riches that comes with it to your club. So are we in a position to keep hold of these players for another season and hope we win the league? At the moment, the way we're playing, it isn't looking great now, but obviously it's still early doors. I think one of them at least will go maybe before this transfer window shuts, because I think we need to, as a business, you need to see a return. You can't keep going the way we're going again, because we all know what fucking happened the last time we done that. Do you know what I mean? So you need to see some sort of return, and the directors and the shareholders are going to be going, look, we need to see something coming back, because nay getting away from the fact Gerrard has been backed massively by the board. He's been backed to the hilt, and now you go, right, I think it's plain to see Sakara, Lundstrom, free transfers. The thing is now we're going to get out of Champions League. We might have brought somebody else in, a big name, but now I think we might need to see somebody going, and really the squad is big enough. So if somebody goes, they go, and hopefully we win the league, get in the Champions League, and we can breathe easy.
It's a crystal rumour mill.
Right.
Oh my goodness. It's making a return. As you know, my English team is Leeds.
Kent.
There's a
Kent, you can't.
There's a lot of talk about Kent going down there. However, I'm a wee bit feared that it's as a replacement for Rafinha.
Oh, where's he gone?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Up here to Rangers.
Swap deal.
Swap deal.
So Leeds are going to use Rafinha and 40 million.
I think. Sorry, John, what you going to ask?
I was going to say, like, so I guess the sellable assets are Kamara,
Kent,
Barisic, Kent, and Morelos.
Morelos.
That's kind of 4 big. Tav. Maybe you can
Tav
put
on there.
into that as
I
well.
think. I mean, you've got other players there as well. I mean, you're only worth what somebody's willing to pay for you. And you seen the other day, the rumour was Everton wanted to pay 5 million for Nathan Patterson, who's not really kicked a ball much. So I think he could be an asset, especially in the coming weeks if Tav's going to do it.
So let's throw him in the mix. So there's 6 players, right, that we're putting in the mix for Rangers sell. What one are you selling at the
Lundstrom.
Is he not hit the ground running?
I'll give him time. I'm only joking.
No.
I think he will come
What
good.
one of that 6 would you sell?
At the moment, Barisic.
Barisic.
At the moment.
Bassey's playing well when he's coming in.
Bassey's looked a very more than capable.
Good.
You know what you say, diamonds are forever.
Exactly.
Oh, brilliant.
Don't call me Shirley.
Do you think if you sold Barisic, put back, you'd have Bassey's first choice left back, do you think Patterson could then cover both right and left?
Probably, but I think obviously you sell Barisic, you're leaving yourself short because you've only got Bassey gets injured, then you've not got another left back, and then Patterson might need to come in and play left back. But like I said to your man there, I think we're going to have to sell Sunday, and I think that kind of stuff excites me that we're back in that position where we can sell a player for a right good fee. It's been a while since Rangers have done that.
Yeah, that's
When you're
true.
lucky, you can sell players, mate.
Jamie, who would you sell?
It's not. I don't know. Like, obviously, you've got to be realistic. These people obviously want to stay, and like someone else, we know what we're like when he's not there. But it's not so much who you want to sell; it's who will get kind of good money for, and who realistically is going to go anyway. Like, because the players you named there, you know that Kamara could go into Premier League. You know he can play there, but he's good enough, and even around better players and a better manager, Morelos, probably the same boat, could play in the Premier League. Tavernier, is he that age? Could he still do a shift in the Premier League? Probably could, but would
it's a tricky one, man. I know.
Because he's that age, he's kind of not over the hill, but do you know what I mean? He's on his way doing hit the magic 30 mark.
Surely if that's the way that you're thinking, then he's the one that you want to get off the books if he's coming towards.
Are you going to get as big a fee for somebody like Tav? I think.
Wouldn't you then need to take into account is his wages and stuff like that? So
5 million?
You know, would you take 5 million to get his wages off the wage bill? That's the question.
And you've got Patterson.
I think 10, 15 million. Well, we could sort of suit for a bit. Do you mean that's a big fee coming our way? Do you mean obviously Tierney went for big money with Celtic, and that sorted them out. Although they spent it maybe wrong, if you like, or with the board problems or whatever. But if we get 10, 15 million, when was the last time we had a clean cut 10, 15 million come in?
Alan Hutton.
Even if we got that £20 million in, right, and just didn't even spend it on our players, we've got enough players and quality around us. We can take the hit on one player and just kind of put it into the board or whatever they need, just to kind of. There's the money back for them.
Have you got a player that's worth that though, Jamie? Because I guess Morelos is the only one that's kind of in that ballpark. Because Kamara's not going worth over 10 million.
See, the thing is, that's not even talking about that sort of figure for Morelos, which I think is crazy.
Yeah,
you know, he's done a job in Europe. He's done a job domestically. All right, he used to be a bit of a crackpot, but he seems to have reined that in as well. So,
we're not in for 12 million for Morelos.
I know, but what we're saying is, Rangers weird. Fucking hell. What I'm saying is what we're talking about is fucking Rangers needing round about 20 million. So even if you sell Morelos, I think you then need to balance it out with selling somebody else as well.
It's all ifs and buts. So we don't know what's going on in the background. Plus, see, at the end of the day, where is the bids for these players?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
for me, that's a wee bit scary as well, but because
I'm not scared to. Okay, right? No starting this. Don't patronise me.
This time next week, the transfer window will be shut, isn't that right?
Yes, it will be shut.
So we'll find out where we are this time next week. Jamie, thank you very much for coming on the open line.
Cheers, mate. All the best, my man. Thank you. Cheers.
And if you want to get on the open line next week, very simple. Keep an eye out on the socials for that, or sign up to Patreon, patreon.com/football daft.
Football Daft's big question.
Right, boys. So after brawl, the mass rammy that erupted in a three-way battle between Nice, Mars, and I really hope nobody was hurt, right? I really, because I'm sitting laughing.
I don't give a fuck. See, as long as it's no selling, I don't care.
Right, there was a mass rammy, right, between Nice, Marseille and the crowd. We asked this week, what is the best rammy you've ever seen in football? Now, honestly, that guy is going to get his James Blunt kicked in if that boy finds him, man, because
he's made him look a pure tadger, hasn't he?
Because he went doing an order.
Aye. It's because it's caught him right off guard. It's a wee jab and he's went, oh, you bastard.
Was the guy that ran on, was he a coach
I
or
think
was he
like one of the...
No, but it was like,
Aye.
remember when DeCanio shoved the ref?
Aye.
And he done that kind of...
He put in installments.
Imagine if that happened at an Old Firm.
Oh my God.
Jimmy, there's Jimmy.
By the way, could you imagine if that happened? Oh my God, it would be a full scale.
Well, I'm going to say one of the biggest ones I've ever seen, and I was there at the fucking Scottish Cup final, Hampden, the Hibs and Rangers fans, and it was, I'll tell you something, I'm laughing about this one, right, because I was sitting in the comfort of my own home watching a wee guy get chapped out the blue, right? But see, when I was at the Rangers and Hibs Scottish Cup final, one of the fucking worst days of my life, and me, Bert and Tam are going up the stairs trying to get away, and you just feel everybody coming down.
Oh, really?
So everybody's coming towards you, and you see all the Hibs, just a fucking sea of green on the pitch, all the Hibs fans, and it was a horrible feeling, scary feeling. It was quite scary feeling. But that's my mass rammy. Beat that, guys.
I think it was Flamengo versus Vasco da Gama or something like that.
Oh mate, I think I actually know what you're talking about.
The one I'm talking about. Remember Edmundo done a fucking flying kick. Remember? And then it just kicked off, and also the one where the referee sent the boy off and the guy started chasing the referee and the referee had to run away at the stadium. Remember that one? He had to jump over the fence and all that. Oh man.
From an on-the-pitch perspective, I always remember Albert Craig, Gareth Evans, Falkirk versus Partick Thistle. This is the first time that TV was ever used in Scottish football, TV evidence. Gareth Evans, they have a wee niggle at each other. Both of them got sent off. Gareth Evans trotting off the park. Albert Craig's getting his red card as this is happening. And then all you saw was Albert Craig
bombing it for
bombing it, absolutely starting pellet. You saw Gareth Evans trotting in the tunnel. He's like a fucking cheater running after him. And all you see is him fucking battering fucking Gareth Evans in the tunnel. Amazing. Big Albie, what a player.
But let's see what the listeners are saying. Jerry says, when I played Sunday League, we were playing away to a pub from Auchinleck. The two captains got into a fight and it all kicked off. One of our subs snapped a big branch off a tree, then ran onto the pitch and started battering folk like Basil Fawlty.
Brilliant. Sean says, had a friendly in primary school. Other team weren't happy losing, called the ref, my brother who was 15, fat. He told our coach to fuck off. Their player decked our keeper. I headbutted someone whilst running with the ball. Dad squaring up, kids fighting all over the pitch. What a buzz, man.
Oh, here's a fucking bill for that I forgot about. Got another bad dark day. Gavin, the Moshney meltdown was good to watch. BRL Moshney, remember you beating the playoffs after Motherwell, man, it all kicked off.
Started punching lumps out folk.
It was mental.
Michael said Graham Hogg versus Craig Levine. Remember?
Do you remember Craig Levine was on the show? Guess it now.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. He was talking about that.
Yes. Rob says England fans knocking out other England fans who rushed at gates at the Euros final. Hilarious.
Niall says Motherwell v Accies when Peter Hartley floored Dougie Imrie at Fir Park on Hogmanay.
I love that. That was brilliant. Martin says Denny FC versus Camel and Thistle. Under 16s, watching someone getting walloped with a 3-wood has to be up there. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Hope you're alright. Whoever get walloped with a 3-wood.
Shuggy says 96-97, the racecourse in Paisley. Under 15s, Millerston versus Greenock Morton. One of the boys for Greenock's big brothers, Cantona, kicked one of our... Amazing. Cantona kicked one of our boys, then the dad set about him a bit before he got to jail. The brother was about 20 odd, by the way.
Fuck. David says Diogo versus Louis Fabiano with some laugh. Remember that? Louis Fabiano, remember? What was that? That was fucking... Rings a bell.
Can't remember.
We'll get back to that. It was a good one, though, David. I know it's a good one.
Look that one up. Craig says Aaron Muirhead's Glasgow kiss at the Partick Thistle versus Queen of the South Challenge Cup final.
That was a belter.
Wee Tam says Albert Craig and Gareth Evans both sent off at Brockville, and Craig ran down the tunnel and smashed the diving cheek. John was filling us in on that earlier.
DC says, I was at the Howgate Shopping Centre in Falkirk and witnessed Mark Kerr and his wee dog Alec Totten scrap with the ball bouncer in HMV. Mark Kerr went on to become a football manager legend, finishing his career at Real Madrid, scoring 47 goals and assisting 234.
This guy's come on before and said something about Mark Kerr and his wee dog Alex Totten.
I love the fact these dogs called Alec Totten.
And that was this week's big question. We're away to see what the boss is wanting because she just walked in.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Call them now on 01698 767 172.
Right, so we are here recording live from well, not live, but we are live. Yeah, we're live.
That door just opened.
Aye.
And a ray of light came into the room.
Aye, and it is.
Am I wrong?
No, it's.
I think there's a light one outside.
And those dulcet tones are the ray of light itself. It is Nicole from G4 Claims. What's happening, Nicole?
Nothing much, boys. How are yous?
Not much. We'll try to do the big question when you swaggered in and fucked up, but apart from that...
Sorry, I just swagger about this building as if I can do what I want. To be honest, I'll really need to quit it.
As if you own it.
I know, I can only apologise about that. I hope people weren't sitting holding their breath.
No. John was like, we're trying to do the big question.
John's like, away to amuse why I was late and why I was coming in.
John says, come in, don't touch your fucking chocolates.
So, Nicole, I can see the G4 Claims phone case cover as well. That is class. The chocolates, the leaflets, but the chocolates are the best. But you don't just make good chocolates. Tell the troops, what else does G4 Claims do?
So, guys, G4 Claims is an accident management service. So why would you contact your own insurance when you can bill the at-fault insurance directly? So why would you pay, why would you pay out for your £500 excess or whatever it may be? We can make sure that every bill goes to the at-fault insurance. So we can provide you with a like-for-like replacement hire vehicle. If you're injured from the accident, we can get your compensation for that, and all our services are totally free. I can't stress it enough. We will never ever bill you for our services. If I can't help you, I'll point you in the right direction. And everything is billed to the at-fault insurance company. So we try our best to make sure that the client's properly looked after and they aren't having to go through the insurance either. The insurance companies are a bit of a nightmare because everyone's working from home. I feel like everybody's phoning. It's 45 minutes, 50 minutes to even talk to somebody now. So it's just an absolute nightmare. Let us take the stress away for you. So it's G4 Claims 01698 767 172, and it's not at fault claims made easy.
G4 Claims, G4 Claims, G4 Claims, G4 Claims, G4 Claims.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Find them on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at G4 Claims Limited.
It is the Pro Set Playoff with piesports.com, bringing you the taste of Scottish football right to your door every week. And you know what, Stephen? They sell over 1 million pies. You know, we eat 1 million pies a year in Scotland.
Oh, man, is that just me and you?
That's just you and Tom.
We eat half of them, grade each other.
Aye, grade each other off.
And see, if you go onto piesports.com, they've got lots of different packages up there that you can choose from. You can get pies delivered right to your door so you can watch the football at the weekend if you can't get a ticket for the game. And I'm sure a lot of Old Firm fans will be doing that, certainly on the Celtic side.
I was going to say that, certainly on the Celtic side.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of time, chance to order pies for the Old Firm this weekend. On to play today, it is Stephen Nielsen. How you doing, Stephen?
Good, thanks, lads. You all right?
All good, mate, all good. Thanks for coming on and playing, mate. Thank you.
You're a Rangers supporter. What do you think the score's going to be on the Old Firm this weekend?
I don't know, mate. So I like to try and be the rational one in my group chat. There's been some tremendous shouts in the group chat this week how bad things are going to be and how so don't know. Listen, I think right now I'll take a draw, but I don't think we should be going into the game thinking about that. But
you know what? I don't think either side is confident. Do you know what I mean? I know we are playing really well now and stuff like that, but
they're both shiting it.
I'm absolutely shiting myself.
Right, so you've heard the game before, Stephen. I am going to read out a description. You will buzz in with your buzzer, which we'll get in a minute, and once you know what I'm talking about. Once we're playing in the Europa League qualifiers, Rangers and Celtic are both playing there. We're going to do some of the teams still involved in the Europa League qualifiers like we did last week. So you've got to jump in when you know the answer. Let's find out who you're playing. I've got 2 G4 Claims chocolates in front of me. I'm going to draw one out, and who will you be playing? It is Christo.
Come on.
So it's a wee old firm.
It's an old firm game.
Who are obviously these two? Stop eating chocolates. Try and be professional.
How good are they?
They're G4 Claims chocolates.
G4 Claims
not just
chocolates.
any.
Right.
Not just any chocolates.
So there we go. Professional as ever on the podcast. Right. Okay. What is your buzzer going to be, Stephen?
I'll just do Rangers. That'll do.
Right. Okay. Inventive. Chris, what's yours going to be?
I don't know.
It's Derby weekend.
Gary Hooper.
Right, okay, Gary Hooper, right. So remember, these players that are in teams are still involved in the Europa League qualifier. So here we go. First team is originally founded as a cricket club, but this team have only won 4 domestic league titles, though they did make the 1993 Cup Winners' Cup final, where they lost 3-1 to Parma at Wembley. They have a partnership with Manchester United, and the likes of Phil Bardsley, John O'Shea and Ryan Shawcross have all played with them. Last year, they won their first trophy in 30 years as they lifted the Belgian Cup.
Rangers.
Stephen.
Royal Antwerp.
It's Royal Antwerp. 1-0.
Man, are fucking royal. Well seen you know about royalty, eh?
I thought the Man United connection would have given that away, Chris told me.
I did not know that.
No,
I didn't. We played them last year as well.
Used to sign Bardsley and all the players that played at Antwerp and Football Manager back in the day. So
there you go.
It always comes in handy though, Football Manager.
Football Manager knowledge is good. Right, okay, 1-0. One more for you to win it, Stephen. Come on, Chris. Get back
Rangers.
This is before I started. This is going to be the score's going to be in the Old Firm this weekend. So
you can't say that. We're after
okay. 1-0 Rangers. Right, okay. Next team out. Currently managed by Vitor Pereira, this club, who play in yellow and navy blue's biggest achievement was reaching the semi-final of the Europa League in 2013.
Gary Hooper.
Chris.
Fenerbahce.
Yes, 1-1. This is the decider. Here we
Money
go.
fuck, Stephen.
This is who's going to win the Old Firm this weekend. Here we go.
What's it sweating you?
Next team out. Before 2002, this team spent most of their existence in the lower leagues of their country. Since returning to the top flight in 2004, the team have finished as runners-up in the Intertoto Cup and were champions of Liga 1 for the first time in their history in 2007. Since then, they have won the Romanian Championship a further 6 times. Christo.
Stoya Bucharest.
Oh no!
I fucked it.
I will continue.
Stoya Bucharest. The lower leagues of Romanian football.
No,
what am I talking about?
I will continue with the clue. Since they won the Romanian Championships a further 6 times, are currently managed by Marius Zamutica, who took over from Dan Petrescu. Last season, they knocked Celtic out of the Champions League and also faced them in the Europe.
Is it Cluj?
It's Cluj! 2-1 Rangers! That's why we are champions! That's why we are champions!
Cluj come back to bite us in the arse again.
That's knocked Celtic out 3 times.
Right, when somebody loses, we sometimes give them the pies. You've won, but you're not getting any pies.
Well done, Stephen, and thank you very much as ever to piesports.com. Remember,
cheers,
if you want your pies for the Old Firm this weekend, get involved.
Riddles on Football Daft.
Big John's 3 riddles.
Do you know what? I think we're going to have to rename this feature. We're going to have to rename this feature because I'm now behind the scores on the riddles, right? Because I've had to do.
That could be last week, didn't it?
Yes. I'm now behind you, Stephen, because you're on 3 points.
You're on
Chris
2.
is on 7 because he was steaming last week and didn't get his brain working.
I took a right advantage. I told last week.
Exactly. And I'm on 2, so I'm well up. But I've had to host it twice in Grado's absence. So anyway,
Maybe should say like Grado's like a guest we have on now again.
Maybe.
Quick.
So I've got 3 riddles for you boys.
Right,
Here we go.
Obviously,
fucking Cracks has been on this show more than Grado.
That's true. All these riddles, someone related to Scottish football.
Okay.
We've been doing it for a few weeks now. Let's see if you can get these. Play along at home, in the car, while you're on a jog maybe. Get involved. Right, here we go. See if you can beat the boys. Right, first riddle. These are quite quick, by the way. Lifts a car at County. Lifts a car.
Jack. Lifts a car, Jack.
Lifts a car at County.
I don't know any.
Jack Ross.
Yes!
Oh, fuck. Jack! County, come on!
Do you know what I was going to say?
I was thinking that Ross County players for some reason.
So was that.
Wow. Really quick and really easy. Be ready. Menace rules.
Dennis Law.
Yes!
Good one. Dennis the Menace. 8-4.
There we go. Right, here we go. Final one on the 3 riddles this week. This gun is correct. This gun is correct.
No. This gun.
It's like the snooker.
Hold on.
Here we are at the Crucible. Stephen Purden.
As he lines up the black.
Head in his hands, Chris Toll. Sitting with his hand on his chin.
Smoking a fag. Drinking a pint. Like the good old days. At the Benson and Hedges Masters.
This gun is correct.
I think I've got it.
This gun is correct.
Hold on.
He thinks he's got it. Stephen Purden stepping up. Has he got it? Is he on the right track?
I don't want to say where I'm on time. He'll then get it. No.
All right.
He's
going to have
I know
to
what
go
the
back.
second name is, but I can't think of the first name.
No one's I love how this has become really competitive. And everyone's cards close to their chest. The listeners are screaming at their devices right now. They've got it. I'm pretty sure there's lots of people out there listening that have got it before you.
Hold on.
Stephen Purden thinks he's got it. Chris Toll knows he's on the right path. But who will get there first? Will it be Rangers? Or will it be Celtic? The old firm.
I can't think of the first name.
Both have got the second name out. I think it's quite obvious. They're still trying to work out the clue.
This gun.
This gun. What type of gun could it be?
Tommy Wright.
Yo!
How are you?
Scott Wright, fucking Keith. Fucking Tommy gun. Fuck!
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Get them now at notitfaultclaims.com.
Right, guys, congratulations to all our winners on the Who Knows Wins League last week. Arlo 17, Holmes 2144, and Jill Lawson all picked up £216 each, as we gave away over £1,000, and we also had a winner in the studio, producer John.
Did we? It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, it was none other than...
It was my good self.
Crystal.
Joint 12th.
Much you win?
I'll know by the time. But I did get £3.9.
That's Melon Ma. What did I get? 32 pence last time?
Yeah, that's good. Decent.
That's good.
Decent
That's
job.
good.
Hibs, aye, they let down a lot of people this week.
They did. I had them on my coupon as well,
Like,
man.
do you know what? The people that get first get £216.66.
That is it.
No. Decent going. But Who Knows Wins is an app where you can play against your mates by setting up your own league, or even better, play against other Football Daft listeners in our own league. Play the SPFL by Football Daft, which is on the homepage of the Who Knows Wins app. Make your predictions on the SPFL games this weekend. You don't need to get them all correct. You just need more than anybody else to win the top prize, which currently sits at well over £1,000. So download the app, create an account, deposit your funds, and join our league. Get your mates involved too. The more entries, the bigger the prize pot, plus the chance to take our money. So, troops, this weekend, you have the following games to predict the result in. First game, Dundee United versus Hearts. Two very informed teams.
Tell me this, when did they stop doing all the derbies on the same day?
Dundee United with Hearts isn't a derby.
Aye, but Dundee United versus Dundee, and that's what it should be.
That should be the same as the Rangers Celtic and Hibs v Hearts.
Aye.
But no, it makes sense to spread them out across the season.
I suppose television, aye. You're an old romantic too, I know what you mean though. But Dundee United versus Hearts, we'll start with you, producer John.
Draw.
I'm going to go Dundee United.
I'm going to go the Arabs as well. I think they've got a wee bit of momentum with them. So for Hearts as well, right enough. Next game, Hibs v Livingston. John.
Home win for me. I think Livingston might go down this season.
Hibs.
I'm going Hibs as well. Livy look like them troubled, didn't they? Motherwell versus Dundee.
Motherwell at home. I'm going to say Motherwell.
Well for me as well.
Aye, I'm going to go that as well. Next one's going to be a home win for me also. Aberdeen versus Ross County. Home win.
Home win. Aberdeen, Ross County.
Aye, Queen Sweep home win.
St Mirren versus St Johnstone. Tricky one. I'm going to draw.
St Johnstone out with Europe have struggled a wee bit.
They
this
have,
season,
and they've
haven't
got a big game tonight as well. So I'm going to go a draw.
I think that's a good shout. I'm going to go for a draw.
I'm going to go St Mirren.
Oh, right.
And the next game, the champions versus Celtic. John.
Are you coming me first? That's no fair.
Get the bell out the way.
Do you know what?
Get the bell out the way, get your bed and get...
I think we'll go for a draw on this one. I think pressure's on everyone. Pressure on Celtic because it's a home game. Pressure on Rangers because they've got all the...
Pressure on Celtic.
He's getting all excited. I know what he means. What he means. Right.
John,
what are you thinking,
I will... Fuck, I'm playing my hand here, aren't I? I think Celtic are going to win.
I am going to go with a home win.
What a shock! What an absolute shock!
So there we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. That was our predictions for Who Knows When. So get signed up, download the app, get involved in the Football Daft League, and take our money if you can.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Call them now on 01698 767 172.
Worst dressed.
Marwan Zamama.
Mama. He was a player, by the way.
He was.
He was decent, man.
Best finisher.
Stephen Fletcher.
Worst trainer.
Shelton Martis.
Moniest.
Me.
Who do you want to back you up in a fight?
Scott Brown.
Yeah, buddy.
What, answer that one again, Rob? Who would you want to back you up?
I mean, Kevin Thompson, no.
Getting Scott Brown wouldn't see Kevin Thompson in his tea.
Best looking.
Oh, that's a difficult
Don't
one.
say Scott Brown again, mate.
Oh no, definitely not. I'm better looking than Scott Brown. That's a difficult one.
Who's the sexiest man you've ever come across in the locker room?
To be brutally honest, I've never ever thought that guy looks sexy.
Right, okay.
That's just Grado's mind, mate.
Let me have a think.
Scott Allen. I'd say Scott Allen was quite a handsome guy, wasn't he?
He wasn't with me though.
Where's the Rob though?
Bastard.
And I'll think for you. Who's tidy Hibs players?
Michael Stewart. Next.
Worst you've played with.
Few bad trialists over the times, but never the never a bad player.
Teacher's pet.
That's a tough one. Really tough one. It is. That's difficult.
Is there nobody you thought kissing the gaffer's arse, man? Nobody do that?
No, not in my time. No.
Aye, well, you got to remember, Rob played under John Collins. None of them wanted to even look at him, never mind kiss his ass.
Who never gets the round in?
These are difficult questions, by the way.
There must be somebody always said they needed a piss every time it was time to get the round in.
There's a young boy called David Groff who thought he was one of the big boys, but never anywhere near the bar.
Worst taste in music?
All of them, apart from me. Me, I like indie and that kind of stuff, but that doesn't go down well in the dressing room. So anything with a boom, boom, boom is what was in the dressing room. I hated it. So no matter who put it on, no matter who put it on, I hated it. So.
Do you like Metallica?
Bit too hardcore for me.
Oh, but aren't you look like Stereophonics, man, Rob?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and you. Yo-ho!
The Kooks, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Top shagger.
I'm a very happily married man, so I kept out of the way. That's my next question.
Best you've played with?
Well, there being some good ones. Obviously, Fletcher was right up there. Scott Brown, right up there. John Lundstrom, who's at Sheffield United now. I signed him on loan from Everton when I was at Doncaster. He's gone through and there's talk of him going to Rangers at the moment, isn't there? So,
mate, I'd like him to sign for Rangers. I like to look at him every time I see him. He's a player, man. He is.
Great kid, great footballer. Federico Makeda, we had him from Man United for a little while. Mm-hmm. He was decent. He was decent. Mikel Antonio, you got him on loan from Reading.
I really like him.
So he was decent. So there was a few, to be honest. There was a good few of the up and coming ones. Weren't at that point when I played with them, but there were a few up and coming where you thought these boys are going to be superstars.
Football Daft with G4 Claims. Find them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at G4 Claims Limited.
Well, guys, thanks for listening. Remember, on Monday, you're going to be able to hear our interview with Kelty Hearts manager and former Rangers and Hibs midfielder Kevin Thompson. And next Tuesday, Rangers and Celtic Daft. No, I don't know if I'm looking for it. Will be available as we look back at the European ties, as well as a small fixture that's happening this weekend at Old Firm. As we have Rangers Daft versus Celtic Daft. Remember, you can star on this show by signing up to Patreon, patreon.com/football daft, so you can get the video version, the outtakes, teammates, and the chance to become a pundit on Rangers and Celtic Daft.
And from next week, if
you sign up to Patreon, the top tier, which is how much?
I think it's about
£108.
£10 a month.
£10 a month. If you sign up to the top tier on our Patreon service at patreon.com/football daft, you can be in the studio with us.
Bearing in mind, we're thin on numbers in the top tier, so if you want to get in here, you need to get signed up.
Yeah, because there's not many left, and you could be on one of the G4 Claims comfy couches or comfy chairs.
And we've got a fucking beer machine. You get your beer for free.
We've got a coffee machine, we've got a beer machine, we've got G4 Claims chocolates, we've got an assortment of soft drinks, and we've got plenty of H2O also.
And I've got a booster seat.
And he's got a booster seat, so there you go. Get signed up. Join in with the banter. There's nice wee places to eat as well. You can go and get the rolls for us as well.
You can get a Ferno, feet upper crust.
Exactly. So remember, troops, leave a review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. You can get us on socials, on Twitter at Football Daft Pod, Football Daft Podcast on Instagram, and just search for Football Daft on Facebook. So get involved, guys.
And until next week, on the hoops.
Not the people. Arrivederci.